Oh, good morning. Welcome. Let's start. The card I have today is the Tower card. Oopsie, the Tower card. And for those that know tarot or things like this, it's about like destruction, things falling around, maybe around you, or a sudden thing that happens that's like changes your life or kind of breaks things away. Could be losing a job totally unexpectedly, someone you know getting a transfer, having to move far away, house burning down, like anything like that, a relationship just suddenly ending. Things can happen like that because it's either there's a couple things, right? Either it is just time for that thing to end, for us to move into the new, which is always the real reason, and it could be that something wasn't good for us, that it need, and we were ignoring the signs, right? Like a relationship is a really common thing. We were ignoring the signs, ignoring the signs. It's just more comfortable to stay. I know I did that. It's just more comfortable to stay. I don't really want to leave. There's uncertainty in the future. What will I do? And so we just put it off, put it off, put it off. Because remember, a relationship is two people. If one person isn't really happy, it's not good for either. When you don't want to leave because you're so afraid of hurting that other person or that other person going downhill, it's not good for them for you to stay together anyways, in like this false love, sense of false love. They deserve the best, right? So we got to think about it that way. But this is what the tower is about, and the tower is not to be feared, the Tower card. It is just about change, and then we find our strength within, our courage, our strength, taking the wisdom for what we have learned and what there is to learn in this moment, and move forward. Decide, again, deciding and forming God, source, universe, right? This is where I want to go now. So the little affirmation for this card is: in chaos, I walk towards the brightest light. In chaos, I walk towards the brightest light. And even though sometimes it could be something very terrible that happens, we still have, we're survivors. We're stronger than we think. Still go through the grief, go through the sadness, whatever it takes. Don't deny emotions. Don't think like, oh, I should just suck it up and move forward. No, you want to feel it, heal it, go through it, but not stay stuck and not get caught in a downward spiral going deeper and deeper, right? Into the fear, the worry, the sadness, the guilt, the shame, whatever. You want to feel it, heal it. What do I have to learn? What is this telling me about myself? What can I do right now, right? Love, compassion for myself, giving myself time, resting if I need to, asking for help, gathering people around me so they can help me, right? Becoming part of a community, whatever that is. So change may be thrust upon you, the rug between pulled beneath your feet, beliefs challenged and questions, new awarenesses and perspectives. And yes, right now, this world is going through a huge tower moment, a huge tower moment. And it's probably going to last one more year almost for 2025. So us being prepared and knowing that, okay, this is just a great change in the world. This is a great, and it's causing us to change. So again, I have talked about the Schumann resonance before, SCHUMAN resonance. Check it out. You can go to Consciously Aaron on TikTok or YouTube, and you'll just see what the Schumann resonance, which is the energy coming to Earth and the Earth reacting to that energy. They have never, ever before seen what's going on now, and then the last little while of this high love and light energy coming to the Earth, which is, right, to raise our consciousness, to help us in the ascension process. But of course, the Earth itself is a living, breathing being, nature and everything, and it's going through this upheaval too, as well as people on it. So you've got a lot of things that are going to happen. But when we think that it's like, okay, well, I am going to be in me, in my safe place, found my safe place within, know that I can be always guided, right? Supported, right? Remember, from your physical family, support group, community, whatever, as well as God, source, universe, right? So you have this invisible and physical support. Call on it. Know it is there for you. And that's what we want to build now, is this belief, trust, and faith in ourselves, in what's going on in the world, and in God's source, the universe, a higher power that's directing us. And learn to touch and listen to your intuition, right? I would highly say, if you're watching any news, any mainstream media stuff, absolutely stop watching it. positively, it does not contribute to your well-being at all. That is not their intention. And I just heard some clips the other day because I haven't listened to it for so long. And the way that they talk and the tone they use and the things they say is absolutely horrible. It sounds like robots. To me now, it's like those are not even real people. They seem like robots to me. They don't seem real. And they're saying things just to keep you in this fear and this worry. And it's constantly the words they use, images they use. We need to come back to ourselves, right? Go to faith, trust, belief, knowing, learning, what can I do now? What's the best route for me to take now? What's the best? And that could just be, I'm going to go within, change my perception of the world, know that this is happening for the best. I will send out love. I want to be a beacon of love. I want to be light. I want to send out love and light to the world. I want to be my best for other people, right? I want to say positive things, give a helping hand, do things that are going to help humanity, because sometimes it feels helpless. Like, I can't change the world. I can't stop earthquakes from happening there. I can't stop from destruction there. I can't stop all this addiction, which is one of my things, right, that I look at, and homelessness, and you feel helpless. You feel like, oh my God. Now, there are things you can do, so start doing certain things, but also coming from this loving, grounded place yourself, holding the high vibration of love and light will affect everything and everybody around you. Getting caught up in the negative spiral and feeling bad and feeling full of fear and feared worry and trying to solve everything when you can't is not going to contribute. That's just getting caught up in the bad energy, where you want to be the light and love, the support that's holding the energy for others so that they can feel that also, right? And with I just have a few things. Another thing, these are my notes from my journal. You do not need to use the past to solve a problem. Because what happens is when something happens around us, like some sort of tower moment, we may look to the past and go, I've never been able to handle this before. I've never had this happen to me. I don't know. We go into this uncertainty, this fear, get wound up. Or you could say, oh my God, when this happened before, this has happened and it got worse and worse. Don't do that. The past is over. It is time to now choose what you desire, right? Oh, okay, this is happening. This has happened. I am now choosing. I'm choosing to see this in my future. I'm choosing to focus on this. I'm choosing to believe this. I'm choosing to think about these things. I'm choosing to talk in this way. I'm choosing to take these actions, right? And some other things is, in the debris of a tower moment, that's part of this card, in the debris of a tower moment, our brightest lessons are found. And even if we don't realize them right away, in the debris of a tower moment, our brightest lessons are found. And, one thing I say that's really super hard is when someone really close to you dies, like when my daughter died. I don't think it was like a real lesson for me. It's just those types of things happen. It's that soul's journey. So yes, sometimes there is a lesson. And I believe now my lesson was, or my thing was, that she taught me to love so much. Like, I never felt like without her, I wouldn't have had that deep sense of love. I wouldn't have known that kind of love. So that was the experience I was meant to have on this earth. Her dying early was not that, oh, there's a lesson you should, anything. It's just, wow, I got to experience in my lifetime this deep love for a child. I got to be a mother, right? I got to see what it was like to be. It's experience. I got to experience those things with that person. Now they're gone. See, everybody lives their whole life. It's not like, oh my God, they died too early. So it's just, why did that happen? Because this is so silly. Because that's when it was meant to happen. And it's really hard to understand that, because we don't want it to end when it ends, right? I know that. My dog just died too, right? So I didn't want it to end when it ended, but that's part of it, and that's part of life, and that's part of our journey on this planet, and this is part of our experience. And so again, we choose the way we perceive it, the way we think about it, the way we focus on it, and feeling it, grieving through it, working through it, and then coming out living with it. With grief, it doesn't go away. You become a different person because of it, and you learn to live with it, and it changes you. But we're never meant to stay the same, right? And there also could be a change, could also be in your beliefs. You are now being called to believe something different, right? You are now being called to believe. So it could be this big change happens and you're like, I don't know, what am I supposed to get out of it? What am I supposed to do now? We're always going to the doing, the do. Maybe you need to change a belief. I now choose to believe this, right? I now choose to tap into my faith. I now choose to build my faith, right? And I now choose to go within. I now choose to take time for me. And remember the saying that I said in another video, I can give birth to any possibility now. I can give birth to any possibility now. See how that brings, it's like the sun will come out tomorrow, right? I can give birth to any possibility now. When things are broken down, it leaves room for the new. It leaves room for the new. It opens up room for the new. All right, that's a message today. So I'm going to make some shortbread in a few minutes. Inhale, lengthening up, extending through your spine as you inhale deeply. And as you exhale, relax, let those shoulders go. Hands on your heart. You're going to feel this beautiful love and light, gold energy coming from your heart and expanding, okay? Breathe in. Imagine you have like this inner sun, this beautiful gold energy that's always there. This beautiful love and light that's within you, and it is expanding with each breath. Inhale, it expands. Exhale, it goes outward and expands. Inhale, it expands. As you exhale, it goes outward and expands and spreads that beautiful energy out to everybody around you, out to the world, out to the earth. Mother Earth, out to people who are suffering, out to people who are lonely, to people who are sad. You have this love and light to give, right? Spread it. People will sense it. You are sending your energy. Inhale, exhale, and expand this beautiful energy. And then when you go out into the world today, carry this within you. Expand it when you're waiting in line somewhere, right? Inhale, open up this love and light and expand it out into the universe. Be your best, shine your best light. You have it. All right, have an absolutely amazing day. Let me know where you're watching from. I would love to know. And I will see you in the next video.